Recording in progress.
Millions of people lift up their eyes to one God. So many children calling to Him by many a different name. One Father, one Mother, loving each the same. Many the ways that all of us pray to one God. Many the paths winding their way to one God. Walk with me, brother, there were no strangers after the work was done. For your God and my God are one in the same.
Beautiful, beautiful, Beth. Elizabeth. That was the wonderful, amazing Elizabeth Nauer, who's going to be doing our music today. Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living. Happy New Year. So first, I want to start off with a prayer. If you'll repeat after me. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy. I open my heart to the universe, accepting a wonderful new year. So happy New Year. Thank you, thank you, thank you all for being here today. We've got a wonderful service for you, planned for you today. We've got the amazing Kathy Milano doing a beautiful, beautiful meditation for us. And we have practitioners all around the Zoom, holding the high watch, knowing the truth for us, bringing us peace, knowing the truth that we are all at peace, that we are all one, that we are all comforted in the blanket of the divine. So if you have any worries, doubts, limitations, anything like that, let it go. Give it to the practitioners and let them release it into the nothingness from which it came, so that you can just be right here, present to this beautiful service, to this wonderful opportunity to share and meditate and be present. So our practitioners are Joanne Jokowitz is our second practitioner, holding consciousness and getting the prayer requests together and disseminating them throughout the week so that all the practitioners can pray for whatever your prayer requests. So if you have prayer requests during the week, send them into the church office and we will pray over them, okay? Our third practitioner from, I'm always getting this wrong, I think it's North Carolina, Lisa Minert. I got it right. Lisa Minert. And Jane Hobson is our behind the scene maven, doing all the chat stuff. Thank you. But our first practitioner is Regina DiBarberi, holding the high watch for us and just being a beautiful consciousness and presence. So I'd like to bring up Regina DiBarberi to do our invocation. You muted again, sweetie. There you go.
Good morning, everyone. Let's take these first sections of our invocation. We're going to Relax wherever you're sitting, wherever you're propped up. Please close your eyes, and we're going to take some deep breaths. And as we take our first deep breath in, bring it in. It is the light of the divine. And we're letting out, exhaling the egoic plane of where we may have fears and anxieties. Breathe in again, the unconditional love of the divine. And as you hold it, it is circulating through your body. And as you exhale, let go of the anxieties of the day. Breathe in one more time, achieving relaxation and being surrounded by the light and the warmth of the divine. Exhale that last fragment of resistance as we prepare to enjoy this activity of God that is before us. Let us know that we are constantly within the arms of the divine, that the truth is that, the power of that, of the unconditional love of the divine, that as we sit here and as we sit together, each and every one of us, we are held in the arms. We are loved. And part of that love and the unconditional love and that is shared and given to us, we have that of oneness. And this power of unconditional love is ours through this oneness. This power to co-create through this oneness is ours, so that as we look forward with high expectations, great expectations, going forward in our lives, beginning today and every day, it is us, it is each one of us, as the individual divine expressions of the divine, that we get to co-create our experience. And what a divine gift that is us, that is given to us by the divine. We share this power, we share this gift, because there is no one that is more, there is no one that is less. And what a comfort that is to us on our egoic level, but it is the truth of the divine, it is our truth. It is our truth as we move forward. As we move forward in this community, the strength of this community, the love of this community, how it surrounds us, how it lights us, how as we get together in community at any event, and on this Sunday, in this Sunday's event, as we sit together and we participate as a community in the activity of God, that the light shines from all of us, joining into one as it reaches to the divine, and the divine is around us. So we are circling ourselves with each other's love and each other's light. And how lovely it is. It is with thanks and gratitude that we are here together, that we have this opportunity to feel this warmth and this love for the center and by the center of conscious living for us. Let's give thanks and gratitude for Reverend Paul Hoyt for leading us in this service of today and celebrating what we know is the truth. Let us give thanks and gratitude for the arms of the practitioners that surround us at all time, surround us in love and surround us in prayer. Let us give thanks and gratitude to Elizabeth Nauer, who gives us her gift of song today and is clearly opened up and guided by the divine. It is with joy and pleasure and peace that we open up our hearts today, again, to receive and participate in this activity of God. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Regina. And I'd like to call back up Elizabeth Nauer for another beautiful song.
Okay, so this morning, just a reminder that he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got you and me. He's got the little bitty baby. He's got us brothers and sisters, all in his hands.
whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the itty bitty baby in his hands. He's got the itty bitty baby in his hands. He's got the itty bitty baby in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Let me see if I can hear you.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
He's got the itty bitty baby.
He's got the itty bitty baby in his hands. He's got the itty bitty baby in his hands. He's got the itty bitty baby in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
He's got you and me, brother.
He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got you and me, sister, in his hands. He's got you and me, sister, in his hands. He's got you and me, sister, in his hands. He's got the whole world 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 in his hands.
Beautiful, Elizabeth. Thank you. Thank you. Got the whole wide world in his hands right here. Thank you, Elizabeth. Now I'd like to bring back up Regina DeBarberi to do our inspirational reading and our affirmation. Put on the glasses.
Got to see somehow.
Yep. Thank God.
Okay, yes. Okay, so this reading today is from 365 Science of the Mind. I truly do love Ernest Holmes and his use of words. The reading for today is in his book, is for New Year's Day. And it is called I Enter Into a Newness of Life. And there's a quote here from Isaiah 65, verse 17. I create new heavens and a new earth. We have been given the ability to initiate a new chain of causation. There is but one mind and we use it. The laws of nature are universal, but our use of them is individual and personal. Our thought is operated on by a universal creativity that is infinite in its capacity to accomplish. Thus, in taking thought, we do not force anything. We merely decide what thought to follow, knowing that the result is automatic. Spirit is forever unfolding its own nature. In the physical universe, it does so independently of our thought. In our personal lives, it must do its renewing activity through our thinking. To the degree that our thinking accords with the original nature, the same harmony will operate in our affairs that already operates in that larger world that we experience, but neither create nor control. Everything is continually being recreated. Spirit is forever making all things new. Today is the time to prove to ourselves that it knows how to bring the right things to pass for us. Let us confidently affirm the divine presence and actually believe that it is guiding us as we consciously bring a problem we are facing into our thoughts, not as a problem, but as though we were receiving the answer, saying, I believe that the intelligence, which is the mind of God, is guiding, guarding, and directing my thoughts and actions. I believe that God already knows the answer to this particular problem. Therefore, I am letting go of the problem and I am listening to the answer as though it were sure. The answer to this problem exists in the mind of God and is revealed to my mind now. Something in me does not know what to do. I joyfully accept its guidance. I am open to new ideas, new hopes, and new aspirations. This, which so recently seemed a problem, no longer exists. For the mind of God, which knows the answer, is quietly flowing through my thought and feeling. Great peace and joy come over me as I accept this answer from the giver of all life. And now the affirmation. I affirm that I am in the present this moment. I relax into meditation and feel the presence of God in me, knowing that life is always happening now.
And so it is. Thanks, Regina. So thank God that we have Kathy in our lives and in service to CCL and in support and love. And she is such an amazing consciousness, an amazing soul, amazing support of CCL. Kathy has said she's the founder of Soul Sanctuary. If you've never been to Soul Sanctuary, go to Soul Sanctuary. She does classes and retreats. She is a psychologist specializing in energy psychology. She offers classes, retreats, sessions, helping you connect with the angels and the sacred feminine mystical wisdom and your own intuitive nature. That's kind of what she does. She is so amazing and so wonderful and so open-hearted and giving. She's been a constant supporter of CCL. She does the meditation almost every month for us. And she also has compiled them, all of the meditations. I think, if I'm correct, Kathy, they're on Facebook.
They're actually, if you go to my website, kathymilano.com, there's a student portal. And if you pull down, you'll see CCL meditations. And the code to get in is CCL in caps, meditations, no space.
So she does that for us, So I want to bring up Kathy Milano to do our meditation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Kathy. I love you.
Thank you, Paul. I feel your love. It's really beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be with you. I am with you, even though my camera has decided not to work on my computer. So with the mind of God that takes care of all things, I know that this too will resolve itself. So Regina and Elizabeth have led us into a place of both joy and deep peace with these beautiful readings and the meditation and prayer and these songs. And it was very heartwarming to see everyone singing and to bring joy here. So I look forward to what else we will bring, for together we bring this message through, and we bring it through for 2022 for the Center for Conscious Living. Let's see what you have to say. At the beginning of a new year and the releasing of an old year, it is a good idea to breathe right now and to recognize not only the miracle of breath and the gift of life, but to create some space within your being right now. There is so much holding in this world. Holding of schedules and things to do, people to care for, aspirations to fulfill, the divine to please and praise. And so the mind and therefore the body becomes full. And yet this fullness covers up the fullness that always is, always was, always will be. Which is the benefit of breathing. For the reminder with every exhale is to empty the fullness of the world, the fullness of the attention on all that is going around, streaming to you, demanding of you, created by you, going back into the world. And so much of this is beautiful, loving, inspiring, and yet it is a fullness that covers the fullness that always was, is now, and will forever be. Imagine that you could actually breathe right now. And with the exhale, notice what would be released if this fullness from within called you to it. And every exhale, some of the busyness, the crowdedness of your schedule, the demands created by yourself or others, what would be released in this breath? Every exhale shows you what would be released with this breath that would make way to discover what is already within, the fullness of light and love. In the day-to-day living, there is so much that crowds the days, bringing your attention, internal reminders, external reminders. The end of a year, the beginning of a new year, is a beautiful time to wonder what would happen if you would let go of that which crowds the space of your mind, your heart, your schedule, and your body. And not even to discover the fullness within waiting to be discovered more fully by you, but simply for the sheer pleasure of exploring new spaciousness. Like babies discover their toes, or explore the world by placing it in their mouth. And like children skip and run and poke in the dirt, twirl about and dance without concern for who is looking. There is a vitality in this curious exploration and expression of vital life. When was the last time you put something in your mouth to explore its newness? Or skipped and twirled on the way into a store, a party, or your Thursday at work? The new year offers newness, not in the setting of a goal, although it is lovely to seek improvement, to cultivate change. And yet the emphasis is on new. What is this next breath truly like? Can you experience that with the fullness of awareness? And releasing what? What does your own wisdom suggest in the exhale? When there is more spaciousness in the mind, in the heart, in the body, in the calendar, it becomes easier to detect the newness of each breath. And to discover the invitation of letting go with each exhale. It is not only worry and anxiety that covers the access to the fullness that is at peace. It is the day-to-day busyness cultivated into habits that leave you blind and bound, moving from one place and then another without conscious thought, without even noticing the gift of life new with each inhale. And the invitation in that very moment of how to release something that covers up the essence of what you are. In this new year, what if you let go of pleasing others, even of serving others in the way that you are used to? What if you let go of many activities, perhaps to pick them up again new, but to release what you may in order to see how it is you might live differently, letting the essential nature, this fullness, which skips and twirls, engaged in the action of living with enthusiasm, would come forth. There are some new years that must acknowledge the year before was a challenging one. And in this new year, the 2 years before this have been extraordinarily challenging. And the years that will come, including this one, will continue to bring forth challenges that require the human to live differently. The kingdom of heaven and the kingdoms of earth will benefit from the newness and fullness of that essential being and beingness that you discover when you create this space, when you unblind and unbind yourself. It is not a call to focus solely on the heaven, calling heaven down to earth, for the garden is here, and the garden requires your attention. And she, the Great Mother herself, will speak to you of how is it that you may tend to the garden and the kingdoms that inhabit this beautiful star, Pachamama, Gaia, Mother Earth, this Great Mother. To learn from her wisdom, to discover it within you, this wisdom. In the moment of now, it is always time to let go of stories and identities, of activities and habits, of hurts and wounds and grudges. It is often a difficult idea to release everything that you are in this world in order to discover everything that you are in this world and to come into communion with all kingdoms, all relations, all energies so fully. And yet, by creating space to enter with curiosity of not knowing, simply exploring this breath and witnessing, listening to what wishes to be released in the exhale. And these small actions rearrange a life in the places that you have felt rushed or disconnected, tired, or striving. These spacious moments of breathing and listening begin to reveal more and more as the inner world of you and the structured world of you quiets. It is unlikely that you will sit at home in the cave of your room and not move, for wisdom, the fullness that you are, is the movement of life. When you are deciding so much, or society, from childhood to your current occupations, are deciding your daily actions, it is easy to hold dear the idea that you decide what must be done, who must be served, and how it must unfold. And yet in the spacious, listening to the fullness that was, is, and forever will be, you recognize that the movement of life is already dancing, skipping, and twirling, and it will guide you perfectly, allowing you to lay down your schedule, your decision making, your way of being, to discover the fullness and its way of being. The art of letting go can be practical. Even when it seems nonsensical, the wisdom will guide you moment by moment, decision by decision, of how to unbind yourself. This leads to the quiet, the peace that you speak of, surpassing all that you can even imagine. And yet it must not be believed. If the busy minds and hardened hearts, tired bodies, and crowded schedules are any indication. This is a new year with challenge aplenty, personal, global, and yet there is a wonder in how it is that you may discover the fullness and you may listen to this spacious wisdom that you are. And from that, this wisdom guides you towards changes that benefit the whole in ways that perhaps seem so small. That ripple so far. There is an invitation today to explore this next breath. And then to listen with the exhale. What can you release now? And remember this. You do not need an elaborate plan, and yet when the unbinding is invited, it is useful to remember the invitation. Small movements. Remembering these invitations. They don't send you hither and yon. They invite you, deeply centered, to trust the unbinding. The new year will pass and life will emerge, and the gravitational force of that schedule, those habits, the clamors from within and from without, will restore themselves as the queen, the king, the ruler of these kingdoms. If you are not attentive, this breath that you are taking gives you the opportunity to experience life as it is. This exhale is another opportunity given freely to release. let go. And yet, if that invitation is forgotten, the fullness will remain covered by the fullness of this material life. And there is much to discover within your own essence. There's much to listen to within your own wisdom. The earth herself, this wisdom keeper, is speaking, communing with what is known as the cosmic heavens, a beautiful ecosystem of wise presence. It is covered over by satellites and airplanes, by cities and shopping centers. And there is a partner in the breathing, the celestial light, and the earth that is alive and green or sleeping and brown, depending upon where you are planted in this moment. This is a call in the new year for the unbinding, for the letting go, so that you may discover the exquisite experience of being alive, and that you may be guided through spaciousness, one breath, receiving, and then letting go, giving it away. This is a year to let go. The fullness, your essence. It is the movement of life that is in harmony. It is not a constructed harmony. It is not a harmony that seeks solution. It is simply harmony. And harmony guides perfectly, so that your actions, love towards yourself, care for yourself, peace within yourself, and your actions, care for this world, love for this world, peace for this world, in your service to yourself, to those you interact with, to the work that you do, to the play that you engage in, and to the worldwide experience of living. And harmony guides these movements perfectly. You need not hide from the fullness, your own harmonious nature any longer. It is trustworthy. And a beautiful breath this is. Within the fullness, there is harmony. It is trustworthy. And it is truly the essence of life. Perhaps this is the year that you fall more deeply within this essence. This is an invitation to look at the fullness created by the world that overshadows the fullness that always was, is now, and forever will be. This is a beautiful life, all kingdoms. We're breathing now, reminded of this invitation to breathe in new, explore new, experience new, and listen, releasing that which covers up what you are. In this breath, in this moment, there is great love, trustworthy support, and enthusiasm for what will be discovered. May the earth bless the stars, and the stars bless the earth. And may all those who walk in every dimension feel this blessing so fully that they quiet and go within to discover the harmony that is available right now in this very lovely breath.
Thank you, Kathy. That was beautiful. And remember, in the letting go, there is complete and total freedom, knowing that cutting the ties that bind, we are free to create anything that we want. It's our creation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kathy. So now is our opportunity to open the floodgates to infinite prosperity. It's time to tithe. It's time to let go and let God flow through you. We have in the chat different ways of tithing. So if you look in the chat, you can find different ways of tithing. And remember, as I give, I do receive. So I want to bring Jane to do our offertory reading.
Please join me for the blessing of our offering. Thank you, God, for this abundance that is mine to share. I bless this gift and give it to thee in gratitude and joy, knowing that as I give, I do receive.
So now, Beth, can you do the Mula mantra? I would like everybody who's a blessing giver to raise your hands, and all of the rest of you to receive this oneness blessing. Just open your heart and receive. There's nothing you have to do. Just close your eyes. Beth's going to play the Mula mantra, and the blessing givers are going to send you this beautiful, beautiful blessing. Elizabeth?
Sachitananda Parbrahma Purushottama Paramama Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namah. Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate
Thank you, Elizabeth. I apologize for the mix-up. I wanted you to enjoy the oneness blessing. It is so beautiful, and we do it at this time. So here's an opportunity, now that we've done the oneness blessing, for you to put in your offertory. And I want to bring back up Elizabeth to do our offertory song. Thanks, Elizabeth, for flowing with me.
A moment, just a moment in time, a time to sow, a time to reap, a time to wake, a time to sleep, a time to rise, a time to shine, a time to work, a time to dine, a time to help, a time to play, a time to go, a time to stay. A moment, just a moment in time. A time to have, a time to hold, a time to release, time to be bold, a time to give, a time to take, a time to know for goodness sake, a time to love, a time to care, time for presence, time to share. A moment, just a moment in time. This is the knowing, this is the time, this is the coming of the age. We are alive in this wonder all around. It is the beauty of the ages. In our time, and I can see that this is the most perfect place for me. I am here and present for the moment that will be. I am here. This is the knowing. This is the time. This is the coming of the age. We are alive in this wonder all around. It is the beauty of the ages in our time. And God is here with us. God is around me, Lord of all. We are blessed to be here as the answer to the call. We are here. This is the time. We are here. This is the time. This is the knowing. This is the time. This is the coming of the age. We are alive, and this wonder all around. It is the beauty of the ages in our time. It is the beauty of the ages in our time.
Beautiful, Elizabeth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are just a pleasure. So now we have a blessing for anybody who's here for the first time, but it's actually a blessing for all of us. So if you'll repeat after me, welcome to the Center for Conscious Living. We are a heart-centered spiritual community. We open ourselves to you in love. We recognize the perfection of God within you. We celebrate the joyous being that you are. You are a radiant point of light. We are blessed by your presence. Welcome home. I love that. Welcome home. So now we're going to homestead a prayer for world peace, and it's absolutely brilliant. So this being a new year and an opportunity to start anew and to pray for world peace. Jane has got it in the chat. So if you want to join with me in reading it, you may. If you want to just sit back and enjoy and get in the consciousness of it, do that. I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live and move and have their being. I know there is a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern, there is infinite harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of mankind, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. Thus, harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness are expressed by all. I know there will be a free interchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems, and scientific discoveries, for all good belongs to all alike. I know that because divine mind has created us all, we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. I know that all people and all nations will remain individual, but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that deep within each person, the divine pattern of perfect peace is already implanted. I now declare that in each person, in each leader of thought everywhere, this divine pattern moves into action and form to the end that all nations and all people will live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. And so it is. Peace be with us all. So we have a mastermind covenant, and I'm going to do the end part of it, the shorter part of it. So listen and enjoy and be in the consciousness of this. The love of God enfolds me. The mind of God inspires me. The Spirit of God enlightens me. The power of God encircles me. I am in God and all is well, for I am enthusiastic, excited, expectant, and at peace. So I want you to turn to your neighbor and say, I'm grateful God has heard you. Grateful God has heard you. So the one thing I want to announce is we are doing a live service next Sunday, the 9th. I'm sure it's the 9th, at the community center in Morristown. If you all would take a moment just to, if you're going to be there next Sunday, put a yes in the chat. Let us know how many people are wanting to attend. We're also streaming. We're working on it this week. We're going to stream the service also, so that nobody's going to miss the service. If you don't want to be there in person, that we're going to stream it so that you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it just like this. So, but if you want to be there live, please come join us. And it's at the community house, our normal place to gather and worship. The men's group is the third Monday of the month. Big Ken Davis does Course in Miracles. There's Ken. Second and Sunday. Ken, if you want to say a little bit about that, please. I'll put you on the spot.
Okay.
I knew you could do it.
So all are welcome to our meetings. We're currently still on Zoom, and you don't need to know anything about A Course in Miracles. Just know that it is a teaching in love and oneness. It is, as I say, open to everyone. You don't even need a copy of the course. If you're interested and you don't know how to connect to our Zoom, just go to the CCL website, and there will be a link there that'll allow you to join, or at least go to a website that has the current link for the next meeting, which in this case is a week from tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you all. Any of you can make it. And if you know anyone that's interested in getting deeper into A Course in Miracles, please share our community with them. Thank you.
Thanks, Ken. Not only is A Course in Miracles brilliant, I mean, you can take a word and meditate, I mean, a sentence in Course in Miracles and meditate on that and be profoundly changed just within a sentence. It's amazing. But in here, you've got somebody who knows the course brilliantly in Ken. He's been studying it. He knows it. So when you're together with Ken, there's a knowingness there. There's a consciousness there behind what's being said. So if you're interested, please join him. He's amazing. The course is amazing. So that's the second and fourth Monday of the month. So thank you, Ken. The red 10th, I think, is the 8th. Can anybody confirm that? It's coming up soon. It's on the website. Red 10th is coming up soon. So it's on the website. Anybody else got anything? I think that's everything. I think we're good. I think we're ready for this new year. Are you
Paul.
ready for this new year?
Yeah, where is the service next week, Paul?
It's at the community center
Is there a set, is it in the old room where we used to go?
in the same room. Regina, you want to?
Same room.
Yes, it's the same room as before.
Okay.
We are requiring masks. The chairs will be set 3 feet apart, but come in if you further, it's up to you how close or far away you want to sit. So that's completely up to you. If you come in group and, you know, it's your own pod, you can of course sit together, but at the least of it is the masks are required. So we look forward to anyone who is ready to come back to in person. And for those who are going to participate in streaming, we're very excited about that as well. So thank you.
Thanks, Regina.
Thank you, Regina.
Thanks, Stephen.
Mhm.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
Thank
Stephen.
Paul, I wanted to make a short announcement.
Absolutely. Go
Okay,
ahead,
so
Marty.
I put this in the chat. Our main
Okay.
part of the community solar fundraiser is complete now. It is possible for people to join, but just to give you an update, we did receive a check for $2,600 for the early subscribers. And if our calculations are correct, another check for $2,400 will be following soon, giving us a total donation of $5,000. So I especially want to thank everyone who signed up. If you did sign up and you didn't let us know, please be in touch either with June or myself. Again, many thanks to the whole community. We couldn't have done it without significant participation from all of you. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Marty. Thanks, Marty and Junie, for all of your work for this. It's like I've always said at the beginning of this, it's a win-win-win situation. We get to save the planet, we get a cheaper electric bill, and CCL gets tithes from it also. So thank you both for all of the work that you did. Wonderful, 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 wonderful.
And Paul, may I say something about sisterhood?
Yes. Yes.
I just wanted to thank everyone for so many years. We've done the Sisterhood Holiday Gift Drive and it's been 21 years. And this year we had 54 families. Some had one child, but most had between 2 and 5. And Sisterhood in the current times had some challenges receiving gifts. So our gift drive took care of all the children with just bringing the gifts that they brought in. So I would like to say from Reverend Hilda Covington and the staff and volunteers that work there, they are amazing what they do to make sure these kids have Christmas. And we're very grateful for CCL because you're a very large part of what comes in. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Kathy. Thanks all of you. Thank you for giving to this wonderful organization. I've had the opportunity of taking things up to Sisterhood, and they are incredibly loving. I mean, they're just so open and giving and just so gracious. They're so wonderful, whatever you're bringing. The next time you think of giving to something throughout the year, if it's clothes or whatever, give to Sisterhood. They're an amazing organization and they're doing wonderful work. So thank you, Kathy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank all of you. Look at what you've done. Look at what we've done. Hey, as a community. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So now I want to bring back up the amazing, wonderful, fabulous, stupendous, beautiful Elizabeth Nauer.
Uh-oh. That's a big lead in. I don't know. All right. Okay. We'll just have to try to live up to that. All right.
May the good Lord bless and keep you, whether near or far away. May you find that long-awaited golden day today. May your troubles all be small ones, and your fortune 10 times 10. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. May you walk with sunlight shining and a bluebird in every tree. May there be a silver lining back of every cloud you see. Fill your dreams with sweet tomorrows. Never mind what might have been. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet
See, I knew you could live up to that hype. Thank you, Elizabeth. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I'd like to bring up Regina DiBarberi to do our concluding affirmation.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in all my activities.
Life is in all my activities.
I receive it.
I receive it.
I share it.
I share it.
I am it.
I am it.
And I accept it.
And I accept it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
And accepting all of these gifts, we say, yes. Love to all.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you, Regina. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Elizabeth. What a way to start the year. Woohoo!
Thank you,
Hi,
Paul.
Jojo.
Beautiful show.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Steve.
Love
Love
you.
you.
Beautiful
Happy
Susan.
New Year,
Hi, Arlen.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Hi, Deb.
Elizabeth.
Arlen. Hey.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah, come
Thank you,
Hey,
everyone.
Jen.
Happy
Hey,
New
See you
Year.
all next week.
yes, you will. Yeah.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Hey,
That was
Holly.
beautiful.
Thanks, Ken. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello,
Hi,
Katura.
Debbie. Hey, Joanne.
Happy New Year to you. Happy
So
New
you
Year.
guys can see the service next week. We'll stream it. We'll let you know I think we'll send you a link and stuff, so you'll be able to, if you are, on Zoom and can't be there in person, you'll be able to see it. We're gonna work on that this week. We're doing a dry run and stuff, so
Yeah.
we'll be prepared for you. So
All right.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New
So-
Year.
So think about what you want to create in this new year, because that's going to be my talk next week, is what we want to create in this new year, because it's all up to us.
Yeah.
Thank you for a wonderful service.
Thanks for being here.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Selena.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Hi, Peggy.
Happy New Year,
Bye. Happy
everyone.
New
New
Year's.
Year.
Love and blessings to all.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
Hello, Will. We haven't seen
Have a
you in
great
a
week.
while.
Hello,
Will?
Hey,
Bobby.
Peggy.
Where is Will?
Hi, Sarah.
Right there.
Hey, Bobby.
Just his name.
Hey, Wayne.
Have a wonderful
Hey,
day,
people.
everyone.
Hi, Lynn.
You too. Happy New Year.
Oh, I'm second this week.
Got it.
Happy New Year,
Thanks.
all.
You're doing it. Joanne, thank you,
Hi,
thank you, thank you,
everybody.
thank you, thank you for stepping up to do second. It's wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm knowing all is going well on the new computer.
Yep, yep, yep. And so it is.
And
It works
so it
perfectly.
is. All right,
Love
have
you
a
guys.
wonderful week.
Everybody.
Thanks.
See you next
Bye,
week.
Junie. Thanks, Lynn. Love you. Bye, Selena. Thanks for being
Bye.
here.
Oh, thank you.
Bye,
And
Stephen.
thank Kathy and Elizabeth and
It's amazing what
Great
we can do
service.
together. Bye, Stephen. I love you. See you guys. Have a great week. Happy New Year.